Yep. You better have them chocolate shapes ready to go, because it is time, people. It is time for St. Bolim's Day, which is, of course, our single serving saint for this season of chaos 2024. So there we go. So yes, here I am. I got my hat. Oh, I'm kind of looking forward to this one, I must confess. Because any time that you're going to eat chocolate, that's time to look forward to, I'd say. Unless you really hate chocolate, in which case this is not the Saint's Day for you. Just move along. So yeah, here we are, 14th. The official Saint's Day, day of the Saint Bolim the Enjoyer, here at the SWDP branch of the Discordian Church. And obviously, because it's a service of any kind, we will start with the disclaimer. All acts of Discordianism portrayed herein are for spiritual entertainment purposes only. No spiritual enlightenment or transcendent experience is offered or implied. Leaps of faith and logical backflips are performed by trained sophists. Do not attempt to recreate at home. Any resemblance to other religions, alive, dead, or merely untenable, is entirely coincidental. Hail Eris and immanentize the eschaton are brands of the Discordian Society. All associated intellectual property rights are probably also wrongs, just the way they are these days. Fnord. And we go straight into an order of service. It's a pretty brief one tonight, but that doesn't matter because 23 is coming for us. Oh yes, 23 is coming for us. That's good. I think I'll stick with that. We'll get to the order of service. That's where 23 will start counting down. So yeah, we're going to have Saints' Day thoughts, which will be pretty rambling, I'm pretty sure. Saints' Day Tarot, which is obviously just like the seasonal changing ones, different from our usual Friday night tarot, but also different. They're all distinct. That's the short part of that. We'll have a kandar at the end. Obviously, there's no need for a sacrament because it's not Friday. So, and besides which, we're going to be chunking a bunch of chocolate. So, there you go. So it's a bit of a. This is a service. It's also a mukbang, I guess. Well, I'm eating on a stream, so yeah, definitely. It is. So here we go. Saints' Day thoughts. It is the Saints' Day of Saint Bolim the Enjoyer, and there he is enjoying the thought of chocolate shapes. So there we go. That's good. And I don't think I've even got another. Slide. Let's find out. Yeah, no, you go straight on to tarot after that. So yeah, we'll stick with that slide because that's really all there is to this. I suppose we could probably take a moment to reflect upon the magnificent presence of an enjoyer coming into our lives on the 14th of January when the nights are still prematurely dark and we have just left behind the season of gluttony, and the next season of gluttony is not set to occur until sometime in mid to late April, that being Easter. So Saint Bolim came to us and he blessed us and he said, hey, why should you just eat chocolate shapes at Easter? Why not eat some now? And to make it particularly distinct, we've stayed away from eggs. Although technically, being as the shops being what they are, you probably can pick up a chocolate egg. And you probably could eat that. It's a chocolate shape. It's perfectly valid. But I have bought a small selection of chocolate shapes along in order to enjoy them with you here in the service. And that is the point. That is the vibe. An enjoyer wants you to enjoy something, and so on this occasion he is having you enjoy chocolate, shaped chocolate, the beauty of chocolate with the added bonus of that chocolate being in a novelty shape, thus to increase the enjoyment of that chocolate. So yeah, it's a very experiential holiday, this one. I hope you're all pumped up. If you're enjoying this on a different day, I guess we're going to have to extend the eChapel's asynchronous rules a little bit further. If you are watching this, it has to be in chaos. Ideally, chaos 2025. So you have to be. If you're watching this in April, near Easter, yeah, I mean you can eat chocolate shapes then, but for different reasons. If you're watching this in chaos 2026, or if you're watching this in another season, It's hard. It's hard, but we're Discordians, and so we just do what the hell we like, right? So there we are. But ideally, it should be Chaos 2025. Ideally, it should be like today, right now. If it's January the 14th, wherever you are, and you're catching this, grab your chocolate shapes, man. It's the time. But in Chaos 2025, if you're watching this in an asynchronous fashion on the YouTubes, bless you, hail Eris, and all of that, and you can take it that it is where you are for this short period of time, a little bit of an extension for St. Bolim's Day, because I know it's hard to keep up with what's happening in your particular chapter of Discordians. I mean, if you could say, hey, I'm just visiting, I'm not from the SWDP chapter, and therefore this does not apply to me. But then what would not apply to you is enjoying chocolate shapes. So, you know. But yeah, if you're in the SWDP, ideally you should be doing this right away. But I know the SWDP is, like most things in Discordianism, very laissez-faire, you know. So we're, you know, whatever you need to do. Let's go on with the chocolate, shall we? So the first chocolate shape that I've got is a standby here in the old UK. Those UK Discordians, all three of them who are watching right now, you will of course recognise the friendly, froggy face of Cadbury's Freddo. There he is, little chocolate frog. Now he barely, almost doesn't count, because as you can see there's a slab of chocolate there with a frog printed on it. But because the Freddo himself is so iconic, we're going to let it slide. I heard there was some YouTuber saying that he caught flack for eating on camera. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't normally be doing this, but this is what we've been told to do. It's a spiritual and religious experience. Which, you know, if you're not a Discordian or you're in any way minded to give Discordianism the side eye, you might be like, well, that's just ridiculous. You're sitting there eating chocolate and saying it's a religious perk. Easter. I refer you once again to Easter. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of antic that Discordians get up to. To this day, I have no idea what eating Easter eggs has to do with the baby Jeebus. And all of the analogies that I've heard are shaky. No, a smack of excuses. A delicious Freddo. A little more substantial than I was expecting, for honest. Oh yeah, right, okay. So the Freddo has kicked things off, and all power to the Freddo. But now we need to get on to some things that are actually correctly shaped. I don't know if you're a US Discordian catching this out of sequence. I'm pretty sure this is probably completely unknown to you. I've never heard anyone refer to it, and weirdly, this includes British Discordians as well. Well, British YouTubers, because it's not just Discordians that talk about chocolate shapes. But here in Britain, we have a thing at Christmas where we give people coinage made out of chocolate. And what's even more bizarre is that it's like that's completely overscaled, and it's kind of put in gold foil as well. This one is a 2-penny chocolate coin, which is in reality about the same size as a chocolate 10-pence piece. The other thing I'm noticing about it is that I don't know if this is a thing of the, but our coinage obviously has our monarch's head embossed upon it. Now I am wondering whether, because I'm pretty sure I've had chocolate coins before which have the monarch's head on them. But we don't have that at the moment, and I'm wondering whether they're not allowed to press them unless they have a mould, because we recently had a change of monarchy in the last few years, and I'm wondering if the mould chocolate coin mould business hasn't yet quite caught up with the appropriate design. Or maybe they're just not allowed to. Maybe I'm misremembering. Wow, that one fell apart as it was coming out of there. That was the 2p. Now, the big disadvantage of these ones, which, you know, is that in order to make the chocolate moulding process easier, they put this kind of weird shellac into the chocolate. It makes taste weird. Sorry, I dropped a bit of the 2p. I'm just seeing if I can retrieve it. There we go. I'm not going to eat it. Well, I just don't want it hanging around on the floor. Okay, so I'm now going to eat the 10p. From what I've heard of American chocolate, it probably tastes quite decent to you, but to my British palate, no, not happening. Don't like it. No, it is really greasy. I should probably have eaten those before the Freddo. Although, to be fair, our Cadbury's chocolate is largely agreed to have gone downhill since Cadbury's acquisition by Kraft Foods, so it's all crap, really. Okay, so this next one is definitely not rubbish. This is from a Hotel Chocolat. Yeah, Hotel Chocolat Winter Selection box, which we opened sometime. Well, it was sometime after New Year, because we'd already had this. St. Bolim's Day had come into our consciousness. So I opened this box and we got, look at this guy. Cute little chocolate penguin, and he's filled with caramel. Yeah, we got 2 of them, so I've had one already. Or maybe I had half of one. He's got little yellow boots. Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is where we're really getting into it. This is where St. Bolim is like, yo, you really gotta get into it. Should I do it all in one? No, well, no, I'm gonna eat half. So you can see, I am filled with caramel. Oh, it's so much better than chocolate coin. I've actually got a bunch of those chocolate coins left. I don't think they're going to disappear very quickly. What a delicious caramel penguin that was. I don't have a box for this next one. We've got 2 of the same type. I'll do. Yeah, here we go. The next thing we're going to eat now. You may think this is weird, depending on where you're from, whether you're familiar with these. Here we have a chocolate prawn. That is it. Chocolate seafood. Yeah, these are made by a Belgian chocolatier called Guillaume, and it's a chocolate shell around praline inside. They are absolutely delicious. So here's the chocolate prawn. Yeah. There's the hazelnut sort of truffle. Yeah, this is where the enjoyer bit is really. The Freddo and the chocolate coins were really just because they were chocolate shapes. I'm running this Dog and Pony show, and so I wanted to bring a variety of shaped chocolate into the Saints Day service, show you what was available. But honestly, the caramel penguin and the first Guillaume, and now this is another Guillaume, It's a starfish. It's a little chocolate starfish, same gag. It's got praline inside of it. Yes, the starfish is the last shaped chocolate I will be eating on camera in the service. But my extra special tribute is this chocolate game controller. The most unusual thing. Now, I will be eating some of that, but I shall be sharing it with my boy after the service. So there we go. And I guess there's probably some thoughts. So that's it. That's the thing. And it's weird. This is the second Saints Day that we've declared in the SWDP. And the first one was a meme lord. Turns out that meme lords are very demanding. Yeah, there's got to be some kind of memes. Have symbolism, their meaning. It's a sort of storytelling kind of vibe on a meme lord's holiday. St. Bolim, not nearly so demanding. No siree, Bob. Just eat some chocolate, kick back. And that's the point. That's your enjoyer's vibe. It's, you know, of course here we've focused, and it's possibly quite heavy-handed with the shaped chocolate. The vibe of enjoying has been, you know, honed to a fine point. Can I say that's because the universe has decided to give us an object lesson, an example, a really easily graspable demonstration of Saints Day enjoyment? I don't know. I just knew shortly after declaring that this was the Saints Day of Saint Bolim the Enjoyer, and therefore an Enjoyer Saints Day, that we would have to enjoy something. And shaped chocolate, like before I even saw the caramel penguin, we did have the bag of coins, but as discussed, they're pretty rank, so that didn't really. And every other piece of chocolate has followed on from that. In fact, the Guillon chocolate shells were marked down due to being short date. Absolutely ridiculous. In a shop. And they're supposed to cost for a decent sized box probably about £7.50. And I got 2 boxes for £2 each. So yeah, £4 for all that chocolate joy. Absolutely incredible value. And that was after I'd already declared the chocolate shape missive from St. Bolim. So we can all thank St. Bolim for that. I certainly have. I am enjoying eating my main chocolate tribute with my child shortly after the service. So there we go. Still got 6 minutes till 23, so we're probably going to end the service with 23, which is fine by me. So let's get on and do the tarot drawers. Same deal as always, but a different deck. I have pre-shuffled and cut the deck, so the one on top is the one that we're supposed to have. Removing it, and this, of course, on a Saints Day, we use the incredibly holy and appropriate for a Saints Day. For a saint is a figure that we rally around in order to focus our intention and embody it in a figure. In this case, a St. Bolim, an enjoyer. Here we are. And here is the selection for that day. It is from the Garbage Pail Kids deck, and it is the nine of coins, or pentacles if you're into that stuff. Now, one of the disadvantages of this fine Garbage Pail Kid deck is that the names of the Garbage Pail Kids on the cards are only in the book that you get. So although I know, the point is that telling me it's the 9 of coins tells me everything I need to know from that point of view. But it doesn't tell me. I haven't got an encyclopedic knowledge of the names of Garbage Pail Kids. So yeah, so that's a bit of a problem. So that's cups. Suit of coins. Oh, we go backwards. Okay, that's weird. Oh no, we go through the royals and then through the numbers. Wow, that's spinning me out. Okay, 9 of coins. Apparently, we have drawn Beaky Becky. That's who that garbage pail kid is. Beaky Becky. So that is our, and also the 9 of coins. So Beaky Becky, 9 of coins. They're the same thing. Right, 9 of coins is actually a really good vibe to be getting on an Enjoy a Saints Day. The 9 is the number of near completion. Completion is not always the best thing. In the case of coins and cups, it is good. In the case of wands and swords, not so much. But when you're nearly complete in this is obviously the vibe of emotional comfort, which can translate to material comfort or relationship comfort or any kind of comfort, feeling comfortable. And what this says is you're in that position, you're nearly replete. Nearly. Just, it's so close. There's very little left in the arena of emotional comfort that you will be needing. The bird, such as Beaky Becky, she's a turkey here, but the bird is supposed to represent a kind of opulence. People who kept birds in olden days were often mostly either they were regarded wealthy because they were either someone who was rich enough to keep birds. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, they're a peacock, so a sign of sort of precocious wealth. But there's also the idea that like people who could run falconry and stuff like that, they were never out of a job, so it was a very comfortable position to be in. Plus, they got to hang out with magnificent avian companions, so that's always good. And then there's also, they've represented it here with a sort of undergrowth, but a tree of wealth, and it's this idea of having planted all of your comforts in the past and now enjoying the fruits. The coins or pentacles are fruits upon the tree. The 9 of coins or pentacles is a very good card, especially with the enjoyer vibe. So we could probably say that is a sort of an underlying theme of the season of chaos, is that chaos reigns as it always does, but just let us reflect on what we have and what we're comfortable with, and indeed what we can enjoy. The simplicity of enjoying chocolate shapes. You enjoy it because it's chocolate. You also enjoy it because it's in a shape. As I said, you can of course get iffy, sketchy shapes. In fact, there's a lot of people selling those sketchy shapes. They're not always the sketchy shapes that you imagine. Yeah. There's that. Does that provoke more delight? Erotic chocolate shapes? I don't know. I think that feels like taking it a tad too far. I think that chocolate games controllers, penguins, seafood, all of that, it's amusing, and you can admire the modelling and the craftsmanship that has gone into the shaped chocolate item that you enjoy. Filled chocolates in particular, they bring an extra piece of joy because you have the chocolate around the outside and then some kind of delicious filling. Well, usually there are, of course, those. I think you could get chocolate bullets to play a kind of chocolate Russian roulette. One of them's full of extremely intense chili. So again, if that's your thing, I enjoy it. And to be fair, chili and chocolate is old school, very old school. They're supposed to be complementary sensations. Mola, the cacao concoction from South America, that is a thing. It's done. Of course, I have been running the clock down because the hour approacheth. We know that, and here it is. The hour has come. 23 is in the house, and we welcome 23 in every service that we possibly can. And probably it will be more consistent now that I've determined that the countdown to 23 comes at the beginning when we go through the order of service, because although it could come at any time, it will always come at 23. And that is the thing about 23. As mysterious as it is, it does have one restriction, and that restriction is the 23ness of it all. So yeah, so here we are. This is the 23 for the service on the Saints' Day. Enjoy, indeed, 23. At least when 23 arrives, you know that what's happening is 23 and nothing else until the end of 23, which is coming round about now. So there we go. Actually, probably this is the better one to have. And then we'll do this. We're into Kandar. I don't think there is any Kandar today. I do not believe that there is anyone waiting in the wings to ask a question. I could see that the questions that might come up are, I'm a Discordian who comes to your Friday services, but I came in after 10 minutes and saw you eating a bunch of chocolate. What was that about? Why are you here on a Tuesday? Blah, 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 blah. And I would have been happy to answer any of those questions, but they're not being asked. And so I shall take advantage of that and not answer them. I guess that the big question that I probably should answer that is unasked, but could be asked, should be asked, what next? What's next is we go the next, I guess it's what, 60-ish days? Yeah, because there's 73 days in a season, and this is the 14th day. So 59 days. And just enjoy the chaos. Enjoy! That is the key word of this. Well, one of the key words of this season. Obviously, there's a choice of 5 key words. Last season, the key word was meme. Meme away. Emit meaning, which is weird, though, because it was aftermath. And the meaning that was emitted was, hey, chill out, slow down, stop, let it all go downhill. But now we're back in chaos. But what's really weird is that chaos has come with a vibe of enjoy. So we're supposed to enjoy the chaos, I guess, this time round. So please take that message and interpret it as you will, brethren, sistren, and those who do not like to be pigeonholed. My greeting unto you all, which I didn't do at the beginning of this one, but there we go. I hope you enjoy the greeting. And that was it. That was our Saints' Day service. Hail Eris. Will she be back? I think she is. I think I heard a whisper. But what's really interesting is it's got to develop fully. If it doesn't enfruit itself, I don't know what you'd call, it doesn't resolve into it. If it doesn't stop being blurry, then she's still going to be on sabbatical. She's just sent me a postcard that says, I'm coming back. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday, of course, with the Friday service. If you are an asynchronous enjoyer, then you may notice that last Friday's service was a bit late. I had a break and I haven't had a chance to edit. Sorry. Also, I got a massive pile of Blu-rays that I wanted to put on my Plex server. So, that happens. So that ties up the machine where I would normally be doing the editing. It will be posted up at some point, as will this one. It's been a lovely, lovely quick service this evening. Very lovely for the fact that I got to eat a bunch of chocolate during it. And indeed, so did you. We were all supposed to be sharing and enjoying the chocolate eating experience together. There was no requirement for gifting, though. Now, you can gift people when there's no requirement, but there is no requirement. So it's just something you're doing chaotically. So that's good news. But yeah, that's it. St. Bolim's Day is in full effect, and then at midnight, as the rules of the house go, we cast out St. Bolim. However much enjoyment they have provided us with, because of course all SWTP single-use saints are gender neutral. We don't know whether they're men or women or what. We have no clues because nobody's called Bolim, as far as I know. It's just a random string of characters. So yes, as much enjoyment as St. Bolim has offered to us and brought into our little Discordian hearts, we must perforce, and by the rules of the house rules, cast them out at midnight and never speak of them again. We won't speak of them again much. Well, we do. Like I said, I did say that last Caesar was a meme lord, but I didn't say that he was or she was Saint Flup, which is what they were. But we shall never see Saint Flup's Day again. Saint Flup's Day has been and gone in a whirlwind, and so that's it. And so will it be with Saint Bolim. The day has come, the day will go, and then we just move on. And when we move into the next season, we will forget all about Saint Bolim. We will roll up a new Saint's Day, and the world will continue on. And thus we see the evanescent nature of enjoyment, of hedonism. The pleasure comes, sits with us for a fleeting time, and then it goes. But we do at least have 59 more days of Saint Bolim's season to enjoy things. So that is probably a directive that we should follow. Having said that, I hope you have enjoyed joining me perforce asynchronously for this Saints' Day service, and I will catch you on Friday. Hail Eris, immanentize the eschaton. Oh yeah, no, there are no more slides. I just do that.